My ADHD, me waiting.
Sorry,
Did he
Charles.
see a dog? So anyway, or a squirrel. So, I seen you talk to this guy. This guy had opinions,
Yeah.
but you must have talked to him before I arrived. You must have talked to him about half an hour.
Oh, probably 10 or 15 minutes.
No, about
Sure.
20, 25 minutes.
Wow.
But that's too long. That's too long because you're during the election. You got to maximize it to maybe
All
10
right, I'll
minutes,
take-
and then you got to. I did that with Janica when she first ran for the Green Party. She was the same thing. There was a guy that was there, and that's the reason I came to her rescue. I went inside, then he was still there. But what I'm saying is, when you're a candidate, people come with their views,
Yes, I
and
know.
they could go on
Yes.
and on, worse than me,
Yeah, well, there's
and
a
on.
lot of people, like the gentleman you're referring to, and it certainly wasn't 20 minutes, Charles. It was about 10.
Well, I arrived there and was talking, maybe just
his,
started.
His rent went up 60% this past month, so he's looking at having to
Was
live on
he?
the street.
Okay,
Okay,
I didn't
so
know that.
That's to me a very, very serious problem, and they wanna
Provincial issue.
Yeah, it's a provincial issue. However, the federal government needs to be more directly involved in funding affordable housing, okay? And in the past, you know all the Adobe houses we have here in Fredericton? Those were built by the federal government through the Wartime Housing Corporation. We could do that again through the Canadian Housing and Mortgage Corporation. All they've been doing is subsidizing private developers and whatnot. But the federal government could get back in the housing game, and they could build housing that's suitable for the 21st century with respect to environmental specifications and whatnot. So it's an opportunity there. So there we would deal with the people who have precarious housing, who maybe have mental health and physical issues and whatnot, because the housing crisis is serious. And that's why I was talking to him for so
it
long,
is.
because
Yeah.
he doesn't know where he's going to live next month.
Oh, I thought he had opinions on other, like the CBC is corrupt. That's all I hear.
Well, he was
you
talking
know.
about how he feels the problems are not being adequately reported in the media. Maybe you should interview him.
Yeah, I wouldn't have no patience at all. But no. But seriously, listen, you don't hold grudges. I do. I'm Scottish.
You do?
That's why your husband. Ever since I see Michael Bryan,
All right.
I get upset. You know, that's the way I am. As a blogger, or I should be neutral and just, but I can't. Listen, I always said for years, a blogger is a journalist with an opinion. And
Well, you're also independent.
I'm
right?
independent.
So you can say and do what you want, which is valuable.
And you're not gonna be upset with me if I said that I supported Janica. No problem. No, that's who I'm supporting. I go for the underdog. You're not gonna be upset about that. So.
Well, I'm hoping to kind of turn your mind here, Charles. Known you a long time.
I haven't voted yet. So you know. But what I'm saying is the underdog. And what really? But you don't know the whole story about the Green Party. Why she quit.
No, I don't. The whole story hasn't come out yet.
So you don't feel sorry for her, and you just see
look,
floor crosser, and that's it.
No, there's no doubt. Look, I know her well enough to know that she made a decision that was difficult, that she has to live with, and that she must have had good reasons for doing it. I haven't heard the full explanation, and I'm not going to comment any further than what I know personally and directly, and that's what I know.
You know public office.
How so?
Do you value your private life?
I absolutely do value my private life.
So when you have your husband,
Yeah.
that's a counselor, all these phone calls,
Yeah, I know what it's like.
my sidewalk is not blah, blah, blah.
I know.
Janica,
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. Her husband ran for chief.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard that.
And I told her, I said, are you nuts? The husband and the wife, politician, one is an MP and one is chief, no private life with 2 kids.
Yeah, well, I've had 9 years of Greg's political life, and yeah, there's no question that your private life, well, it's changed, because people do feel they can come up to Greg at any public gathering and talk to him about issues or whatnot. Now, all that's done over the last 9 years is make us care more about the issues, because we get to talk to so many different people and realize that the need is there. And I'm hoping that with my knowledge and training and background, that I'll be able to go to Ottawa and make some arguments and change the conversation that will actually help people. Let me give you an example. Our healthcare funding formula in this province is not equitable, it's not fair. It's based on per capita funding, which doesn't help because we still need to build the basic infrastructure to deliver the services. And it doesn't pay attention to our demographic reality, which we have an older population, okay? And we have a less healthy population. So as a federalism scholar who studies cost-sharing agreements, our funding formula is inequitable from the outset, so we're not getting the kind of dollars from Ottawa that we need to address the healthcare situation in New Brunswick. I want to go to Ottawa and make those arguments.
What do you think that Trudeau wants to cut healthcare money to the province if we don't have abortion?
Well, that's basically the lever they've got for a non-compliant provincial government, is to say if you're not providing, and one of the principles of the Canada Health Act is reasonable access to service.
Yeah.
Okay, and that includes women's reproductive health services.
You support that?
Here in I definitely support reasonable access to that service, right? Which we don't have, okay? And so what the federal government did was say, well, we'll claw back a little bit of money to try to compel the province. They reneged on that because of COVID.
Yeah.
So the federal government has not been enforcing federal legislation to ensure that people have appropriate access here in New Brunswick. That's a problem. The federal government needs to step up.
There's a lot of issues. Why do people hate Trudeau?
Well, look, politicians.
After a while.
Right? Any politician, if they've been in office for more than 5 minutes, is going to have detractors. Yeah. I've been in politics here for, the blink of an eye. I got the nomination a month ago. I've already had some people say to me some things that are, especially online, right? Because
especially online.
Protected by a little bit of anonymity or the screen or whatever.
Do you fight with them online?
No.
You just ignore them.
There's no point. People are mostly venting and that kind of stuff. There's no doubt that people are unhappy right now. We're going through a global pandemic. The federal government called an unnecessary election as we're facing a fourth wave. People are not happy about that. And what are the issues in the election? Trudeau is having trouble articulating why this election has been called, but for power. They just wanted to have the election quickly so that they could get another term or a majority government. It was opportunism.
Do you think he did a good job during the coronavirus?
I think they could have done a better job. We don't have domestic vaccine production because the federal government in the 80s decided to not do that. So that's not just Trudeau's problem. That goes back 20, 25 years. We have to have domestic vaccine production in this country, so we're not relying on international sources. And that was a big part of the delay. So we had a slower rollout in Canada than we needed because of bad decisions by the federal governments in years past.
Did I miss anything?
Well, you asked
for my 5 viewers, did I miss anything?
You asked my age, and I answered truthfully.
You did, because that means you shall return.
Oh, what do we? Well, we talked about housing.
If you lose, you'll be back.
Well, yeah. I mean,
because I think really seriously, if you lose, which I predict you will.
Charles.
I know, but that is
Green won last time. The Liberals came third last time. So
Green Party last time, and the Liberals. Who was it? Oh yeah, Matt DeCourcy was just smiling and offers to swear. But I predict you will lose, not because of you. It's because of what's going on, the infighting in Ottawa. And what they put Jenica through, I think that was disgusting. And I think the only thing I wish, if you lose, if you win, you win. I won't hold a grudge. I hope you'll hold a grudge against me. I don't know.
I won't. I still think you're going to vote Green.
And if
I do.
Yeah, okay. So anyway, but you turn around, if you do get elected, I hope you don't act like the idiot mayor, Mike O'Brien, and ignore me.
Holy, you're one track.
If you ignore me because I didn't vote for you, then it's going to be ugly.
Have you